Yesterday night I reorganized a little bit here stuff, put my toolboxes up here on the table and use it as a shelf, and this place will be for the power systems, but I need to organize better here. So today finally I got, after a very sweaty day, it was so humid, all sweating, all. Regardless, it was pretty cool night yesterday, and the morning was fresh, but just humid. So had to run around, and the two batteries which I mentioned I got from one garage, they turned out to be useless, completely dead. So this is third one from another garage a guy gave me, and finally I got built today in one shop, also the cable. So now is a moment of truth. Can I charge with this power bank, this car battery? Can I charge power banks? Technically I calculated that if a battery is good and it's full, then it will be enough for about 8-9 power banks of 20,000 milliampere hours each. Counting with losses for heat and transformer losses, etc. Or inverter, it's properly called, not transformer. In my country it's called transformer, but it's inverter correctly in English. So this solar panel charges one power bank for 5 days. So I already looked up, they have big solar panels but not available in Funchal here in Madeira. I have to order them through one shop, and together with power control, I mean charging controller, because otherwise the car battery can overcharge and explode. So they are 200-300 euros are in shop, so I can get them, but it takes still a couple of weeks time before maybe even a month before I can get to that point. So anyway, I look how well the connection is made. There is one shop which builds them, so it looks okay. It looks okay. I will find out if it's gonna heat or not. We'll see. Anyway, it's not gonna use a lot of power because it's not running a car. It's running 200 watt power inverter, and here I can get normal wall outlet 230 volts AC alternative current. So, or I can use it directly with that one, and that's what I'm gonna test now. I'm not gonna test it with phone. First I'm gonna test it with some other devices. Perhaps with ventilator is good to try. For a moment I haven't found yet a better place. I do have to cover the battery because there is a hole for rain, but I didn't want to put it at the entrance, because entrance is for escape if anything happens, and with fire extinguishers handy. And here all the holes are not quite safe. It's very strong wind when it's gonna blow the rain inside. So for a moment I stay with that solution, but later I'll find something better. I actually bought a box for that. I have 3 boxes and 1 box is there behind, which has a cover, and it's exactly the size of battery, nicely to fit in and cover as well. But I don't want to use it yet. I have to do some research if that's a good idea. If that's a good idea to keep battery in a closed environment. Maybe for vapor evaporation it's better to leave it open. So I'll figure out a different cover for that. So anyway, I'm not gonna use it when I'm not here, so safety reason. I already tested that one as well. I tested, but right now I mean for electricity it works. Right now it's not connected, so I use the direct connection for USB charging adapter. So it looks it's working fine. So we'll see later with the power, with 230 volt power as well. So it appears to be working fine. This is 2 now, I started with 0, this is 99, I started with 97. So basically we are working with a simple USB double adapter for as a car plug only, not with 230 volts yet. I'll test it later. And this cover will do against the rain, in case if something splashes in from there. It's strong wind from the rocks, but it shouldn't. But in any case, I'm safe here, and I'm not gonna leave anything around here uncovered when I'm leaving. So it has an air, it doesn't need to be covered completely, better not. But these devices I will put in a box when I'm going out. So that system will do. But after I'll charge that one battery full, I will test another system as well with the 230 volts alternative current. So I put the box ready here. All this electrical stuff, cables, etc. are gonna be inside here while I'm not here, and battery will be on its own, having some air. By the way, I looked on the internet. There is some website which sells car batteries, lithium iron, not with acid, which have much more power. This battery here has 75 ampere hours, but I'm not sure if it's true, but there are some same size car batteries with lithium iron system. They have 200 and 300 ampere hours, which is enormous. I don't know if it's true or not, but at least they promote these car batteries with such a huge capacity. So but these are now already new technology as well, and you can connect to these batteries with Bluetooth and application and see what's going on, how much power is left, etc. So that may be an idea for future to buy one. Then I would probably can last with one battery full month, if it's true that 300 ampere hours it's not fake, if it's true, but I have to make a research. But this one, 75 ampere hours, in theory I calculated it will be enough for my consumption about for 1 week. So then I have to bring the battery to garage recharge again, which take a couple of days, maybe even more. But the next step, of course, is to buy solar panels, so it will be continuously recharging during daytime. So we'll see how it works out. But so far I'm probably gonna get another battery as well. I just verify if they're good. And bringing one battery to garage to charge, and meanwhile using another battery. But technically, as here is cliff all over and there is not many stones, it is still a little bit of dust from there also, so it's not very good for solar panels, but I have no choice. I have to put the solar panels there. There is enough space, but they will not stay clean for very long, so I will have to clean them from once in a while from this hole I can access, so that's possible to do. Maybe I'll build some removable cover here, but I don't really need it. I like that the hot air moves here, and the cave stays cool whole summer. And this summer, in very hot days, I was still fine with the cave temperature, but still I had to run the ventilators to move air, otherwise it was too hot, but nothing compared to what it was outside. So I guess the solution here is quite good, because the double layer of roof keeps the hot part away, and that hole lets the hot air quickly move away, and here too, so inside the cave is quite good. Only the hot air which wind blows in warms up the cave a little bit, but as cave is about 1 meter lower than the ground level here, then cold air stays lower, so that's perfect. I mean, I'm quite happy with that solution. But yeah, the power system is not finished yet, and the water system, as I mentioned already in one video, is not perfect, because if I buy a water filter to put water inside and use a drinkable water, the filter itself needs to be cleaned from once in a while, and then I have to bring the entire filter system out somewhere to the running water, and it will be a mess, and to clean it, and it's a hassle. It's not worth it. So I'm using only this water here from mountain. After setting, this is settling pots, so the water gets clean from sand. Then I can wash with this sand. But in shower bottles, for the water not to get blocked, I cannot use the mountain water. I have to bring from town. But I'm learned to use it very economically, so sometimes now I'm able to already stay 2-3 days, even 4, without bringing new water, while I'm washing hands first with the mountain water, and only the last part I'm using the clean water. So that will do. Everything is possible. Technically it's possible also to use only mountain water. I'm not gonna die for that. We are built in hundreds of thousands of years not to have filtered water, and we can even drink it. That's not a problem. The stomach has acid in, and it cleans up, but better not. So I'm fine. I'm fine with the systems I built here, and the big project is still not done. These have been the covers which go inside the cave, but you know, I'm busy with science, which is more important for me. and the dripping water inside the cave. I'm safe with tarps right now, so the tarps cover all the stuff inside the cave in places where the water is dripping, so that's not an urgent project to do, but one day I will, I guess. I hope. Science always thing which takes most of my time, and we'll see. Have a look on my website. You will find out why I'm so busy with that. So this one has worked quite well. It's hot, but not too hot. Warm. And with 2 cables, 2 batteries. This is full now. And this is 5%. So now is the next step in testing the. I connected now the inverter. And next step is now, and it is fast charging, so looks great. It works. I can even test now engraver, which I purchased over a year ago and can't use it here, but now I can, I guess. We'll see. So this is the engraver. I don't have tools attached to it, but it has tools in the back. So I have engraving machine now working as well, which is fantastic. And I have one electric shaver, and I have hair cutter electric, and I can charge these two now here. I don't have to bring them somewhere. And I have a couple of hair cutters which I bought now, which run on also on USB charging. I can charge them through a power bank, but shaver is one which I still need the electricity for, and the engraver. So great, but I noticed one thing, that sometimes the red light is blinking here. So it means that the inverter is not very stable. There are some issues with that. I have to find out what's happening. The cables are all fine, they are not warm, but I will have to test with more load. But I don't have more power banks empty now, so one day I will have to put them 4 or 5 with fast charging and see. Technically 200 watts is enough for 5 power banks. One power bank fast charging is 15 watts. This one, I think, maybe more. I don't know even, but actually I can test it. Yeah, with this measure device I cannot measure fast charging right now, because this is not powerful enough. It only 1 amp and 5 volts almost. Anyway, I'll try another charger then. So this charger is a little bit more powerful, 1.3 amps, but and 5 volts, but still not fast charging, so I guess I have to switch it back to the USB-C connector there. I have more charger, but they are at friends right now, who charges my power banks sometimes. So I can then measure how much power takes power bank and calculate the full row, I mean fast charging, and see if it overloads the 200 watts or not. 1 amp is about 15 watts. So this is over over 15, so it's I guess it's about 25-30 watts, let's say 30 maximum, because for sure it's not super fast charging. So 30, okay, let's go to a max, let's say 40, 5 times 40 will be 200. So yeah, it definitely is enough for this. I can use 5 of these with fast charging, and one day I'm gonna test it, but this power bank is not using for 40 watts, that's for sure. Anyway, so to continue charging, I put it now to solar panel, connect it directly. I'm not gonna use the car battery for now, for reason that I need to save the car battery power for the case if I don't have a place to charge at my friend's. And soon one of her friends goes to vacation, so I'm not gonna empty that, but I'm gonna test the car battery on full load at some moment. So I leave it right now like it is. Nice Paradise Island. In one of the videos I mentioned that one day I would like to excavate into the cliff a nice apartment. And I had one, not really friend, but I knew one guy who had in Spain, in Mountain Hill. He was construction company owner, and he built into a mountain hill a big apartment, and he doesn't need to pay for cooling in summer, and he doesn't need to pay for heating in winter. So inside the cliff is temperature stable, and if you have double windows which block the outside noises, then it will be perfect, with view on the ocean from high up as well. And why not? But for that I just need to look in my pockets to find a few millions, which I'm sure I'm not finding there, so I'm not gonna look in my pockets right now. But if you are watching this video, you have extra money, why not? On my website there is donation option. You can drop me $500,000 at least, if you have nothing to do with that money. That said, have a good time, and look for science news on my website.